I never made it, but I know what it takes.
Hey everyone, I am just tuning in here. I wanted to do a quick little tour for everybody of the van. I've done quite a bit of more stuff to it here. Pretty much all of my major work is complete. I still, as every van lifer knows, there is always ongoing work that you're constantly doing on your home on wheels, just adapting to the different things that you need to adapt to. But the majority of the work is complete on the van. So I've got all the insulation completed in the walls and in the ceiling. I believe I touched base a little bit about that insulation, but again, it's an acoustic insulation made by Roxol. It's a rock board insulation, so it's actually a solid board of insulation. And sorry about that, my dog is being a nuisance. Bosco. Okay, so the insulation, both the ceiling and the walls, is fireproof. It's got acoustic value, it's got the R value that you need, and it's also mold and mildew resistant. So there's a lot of reasons why I picked that insulation. Those are the top reasons. I've installed the tongue and groove pine over the bed. The reason that I used tongue and groove pine on the bed was because of condensation when I'm sleeping. If I were to use the metal that I used for the remainder of the van, the condensation would have built along the ceiling, dripping on me in the evening, making my blankets wet, therefore making me cold. It's a vicious cycle, and most of you who do live in humid climates in your vehicle, you understand exactly what I'm talking about. I also finished all of the walls, so the walls are pretty much complete. There's a little bit of caulking that I have to do just to seal up some spots, but for the most part those are done. The edging along all of my entrances and my doors has all been completed. Cabinets are all installed, and of course the most exciting part is that I have the entire van clean and organized, which for me, that's a huge deal. I'm a bit of a clean freak, and I'm a little bit OCD, so when my van was in a bit of chaos, that was driving me a little crazy. So very happy to have that sorted out. Anyways, those are kind of the major things that I've done. I've installed a variety of different little containers on the wall for storage. I've got storage under the bed. I've got storage behind the bed, which is what I like to call my garage. So that's where all of my tools, my work boots, my things like that, the stuff that is kind of more of a dirty item, it falls behind the bed. I have the bins in the front are mainly my day-to-day clothing, and then I do have an extra box of a variety of linens, so extra towels, sheets, etc. And then I also have in the middle my cooler. So I don't have a fridge in the van. I didn't have a fridge in the last van, so I managed to get by for 8 months, 9 months. I think I was in the minivan with no toilet, no shower, no fridge. Okay, so I decided that I had no problem with that I really didn't need a fridge. I find that buy a few frozen food items and keep them in there. If I have access to a freezer, then I usually freeze like a 2-liter bottle of water that I keep in there. But I've never had really any problem food going bad. I only buy as much as I need to eat. I buy a lot more dried goods, canned goods. That's a lot more of what I have in storage in the van. And yeah, so I really didn't feel the need to set that up. I admit that I do have a pee bucket in the van because I am a girl and sometimes I am parked in the city. So, middle of the night, I don't want to have to drive my van somewhere to go to the bathroom. So I do have just like, it's just a basic plastic garbage can that I use, and I empty it and I clean it every single day. I never let it build up or fill up or get dirty or anything like that. Again, clean freak. But so yeah, you will see that in the clip. There's a little white can beside the rotten garbage can, and yeah, so that, I guess technically I sort of have a bathroom in the van now, but not really, not really. Not like some people do. Showering, I do have one of those portable camping shower bags. I've got 2 of them actually, and they do work really well. They heat up really fast in the sun. Obviously on rainy days they're not going to be that helpful, but with gyms reopening now, I do have access to showers again. So that's obviously a huge thing. During the COVID quarantine time, I was doing a lot more sponge bathing, so there wasn't a whole lot of showering going on, which, was difficult, but, that was a difficult time for everybody, and you learn a lot about yourself through something like that, and I definitely learned that I'm okay roughing it. I don't mind roughing it. It's not a big deal for me. So that's just something that I learned from COVID, or the first one anyway. There's supposed to be another wave, so, let's just keep cautious about that. Try and keep our hands clean. Wash your hands, everybody. Sanitize. Let's follow the regulations of social distancing, and let's just stay safe out there and care about each other, love each other, and just keep trying to fill this world with joy and passion. Anyways, I will share some of those clips of my video tour here now, and I'm so happy that everybody follows me and tunes in when they do, and keep on subscribing. Now that I've got the van completed, we are gonna start cooking! Cheers! Don't forget to hit subscribe.